All right, also joining me on the show right now are my colleagues. To get us all the updates from the world of business, we have with us Adya Juneja. For all the tech updates, we have with us Nikita Singh and Atira Sasidaran for all the updates from the world of sports. But first, let's take a look at what's happening on the global economic landscape. It's over to you, Adya.
Well, thank you so much, Haim. Let's dive deep into the key trends shaping the world of business. Gold continues to remain the safest bet as uncertainty grips economies and investor sentiment. Over in India, where the festive season has started, gold has outshined equities for the fourth consecutive year, boasting of a 40% year-on-year rise compared to a 5% rise in the Nifty 50. Market experts see gold shining brighter. Key institutions like the Federal Reserve and the OECD recently flagged long-term risks to inflation and subsequently consumer appetite. Meanwhile, Bitcoin, considered to be the digital alternative to gold, is currently testing hot waters. Since last Thursday, the OG token has lost 5% in value compared to a 5% rise in gold. Investors also seem to favor the yellow metal, with double the inflows in gold-bagged ETFs. What this really tells us is that gold is still the flavor of the season. While talking about ups and downs, the rupee's downward journey added another chapter on Tuesday. The currency slipped to a fresh all-time low of 88.80 against the US dollar. That new low marked the rupee's fourth record week level this month, reflecting a challenging mix of global developments. The hike in H-1B visa fees is the latest in policy hits from Trump after tariffs last month. Rupee is the worst performing Asian currency this year so far, well, with 90 per dollar seemingly the next big move. On Wednesday, the currency was supported by the Reserve Bank of India stepping in to protect the rupee from further declines. But the central bank has only come in to support extreme moves in the currency. Talking about the H-1B fallout now, Donald Trump's latest assault on economic stability has rattled businesses and workers alike. The visa hike has triggered massive disruptions, or as India's Ministry of External Affairs put it, could lead to humanitarian consequences. Despite the White House toning down on its crackdown, businesses are assessing the immediate impact. US companies, which are already reeling under tariffs now, have a new nemesis to deal with: lack of skilled talent. Over in India, while tech companies are counting expected losses, experts see light at the end of the tunnel. They believe this move could also kickstart what I like to call the de-Westification of education and talent. In a world where India is expected to ride the next wave of growth, where should all this talent be? At home and without any fees. Well, that's it from my end. Now let's look at the top trends that is shaping the world of tech. Over to you, Nikita.
Well, thanks so much, Adya. First up, a Canadian privacy watchdog has said that TikTok's efforts to keep children off the platform and protect their data are inadequate. It also added that TikTok must improve age checks and explain better how it collects user information. Now, according to a joint investigation by Canada's federal and provincial privacy watchdogs, TikTok collects sensitive data like facial, voice and location details to profile users, including children. Now, during the probe, it was discovered that in Quebec, 40% of kids aged 6 to 17 use TikTok despite its 30-plus age rule. The watchdog said TikTok has agreed to strengthen underage safeguards and privacy practices, but regulators warn more is needed. In 2024, the Canadian government ordered the dissolution of TikTok's Canadian business over security concerns. Now, Australia is widening its under-16 social media ban. Platforms like WhatsApp, Reddit, Twitch, Pinterest and Steam may soon be added to a list that already includes TikTok, YouTube, Snapchat and Facebook. Regulators say companies must improve why they should be exempted from falling under the purview of the ban. The regulator said it will initially focus on platforms with the greatest number of users where there are higher risks of harm. Social media firms, however, have criticized the ban, calling it vague, problematic and rushed. Meanwhile, AI-generated scams are on the rise, and this time it's targeting Rafael Nadal's fans. The tennis legend is warning fans against fake AI-generated videos that use his image and voice to promote bogus financial advice. In a LinkedIn post, Nadal has made it very clear that he has never endorsed such content, calling it misleading advertising. He's also urged people to stay alert and learn to spot what's real and what's manipulated. Nadal also added that while AI can drive progress in education, medicine, sports and communication, it can also be misused to create false content that deceives many. Well, that's it from the world of tech. Now my colleague Athra would be taking you through some sports updates. Over to you, Athra.
Thank you so much, Nikita, for all the updates from the world of technology. Now let's look at what are the top stories that we are tracking for you at this hour. We'll begin with cricket first. The International Cricket Council has suspended US's membership immediately due to repeated breaches of ICC rules. The violations include poor governance and failure to achieve national governing body status with the US Olympic Committee. Despite this, the US team will still compete in the upcoming events like the 2026 Men's T20 World Cup and will continue preparations for the 2028 Olympics. The ICC will temporarily manage the US national teams. US Cricket Board has expressed disappointment but had said that they are looking at steps on how to get reinstated. Over in football, Liverpool manager Arne Slot has criticized Hugo Ekitike for getting a stupid and a needless red card, even though the striker scored the winning goal in a 2-1 win over Southampton in the EFL Cup. Ekitike received his first yellow card just 8 minutes after replacing Alexander Isak at half-time. He was booked for punching the ball away after a Southampton free kick. In the 85th minute, he tapped in the winning goal, but he took off his shirt while celebrating, earning a second yellow card. He will now miss his Saturday's match against Crystal Palace in the Premier League. Two new tennis champions were crowned in China on Tuesday. Alejandro Tabello won the Chengdu Open, while Alexander Bublik reigned supreme at the Hangzhou Open. The third-seed Kazakh defeated Valentin Royer 7-6, 7-6 to win his fourth title of the season. That makes him the second most successful singles player on the ATP Tour this year. Only world number 1 Alcaraz has more with 7 victories. And in Chengdu, qualifier Tabello stunned top seed Lorenzo Musetti 6-3, 2-6, 7-6 to win the title. In golf now, for the first time in Ryder Cup history, the members of the United States are said to be compensated. But world number 1 Scotty Scheffler and several of his teammates have said that they are planning to donate their entire stipends to charity. All 12 US players and their captain Bradley will each get $500,000. Of this, $300,000 will go directly to charity, while $200,000 is given as stipend. Each player can decide what they want to do with the extra money. If all 13 players and the captain decide to donate, the charities could benefit by $6.5 million. Their European counterparts, however, do not receive any payments. Well, with that, we have come to the end of sports segment. It's back to you, Him.
All right, thank you so much for that, Athara. And with that, thank you so much, Adya, Nikita and Athara, for getting us all the updates from the world of business, tech and sports. For latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.